we're back for another episode of Rumor Central. I'm your host, Gio, and I'm joined again by my Apocalypse regulars, editors, Jake and Jacob. What's going on, guys?
What's up?
How's it going? All right, I'm doing good. Thanks for asking. So this podcast is the unofficial podcast. We don't talk about anything in the movie news world, just the rumors. So everything that you hear from this point on, take it with a grain of salt. So, hey, let's get right into it. First rumor, let's see. Black Panther. There was a casting call that recently came out, and it has a list of all the characters that are supposedly featured in the Black Panther movie. A couple of names I'll mention. These are particularly villains. You got Eric Killmonger, Reverend Akbi, the Man-Ape, and White Wolf. So did you guys have a chance to look over these characters?
I glimpsed over them. I don't know too much about them, but I have an idea.
Okay. Is there one that stands out for you?
To me, the White Wolf one looks pretty cool.
White Wolf?
Go ahead.
Correct
me if I'm mistaken, but I believe it said that the character is Caucasian, right?
Yes.
And is he an adopted?
He's Black Panther's adopted brother.
Yeah, so he's a white guy.
Older brother, I think.
Older brother. The adopted older brother named Hunter. In the comics, he survived a deadly plane crash. He was taken in by King T'Chaka, who we saw in Civil War. And then, when T'Chaka had his son, the son took over, became the rightful heir, and White Wolf thought that.
So he was around before T'Challa came around in
right.
the comics. Before T'Challa was born.
Right.
So he thought he was going to become Black Panther.
Correct,
okay.
yes.
Or the King.
Yeah.
That sounds intriguing to me, and I don't want to make it about race, and it doesn't have to be, but I just think it'll be a very interesting element to see what it's like for a white character to grow up in Wakanda and how he's treated. And I think that will be very interesting, and I think that calls for a great relationship between T'Challa and him. So I think that would be cool. I don't know much about the other characters, but I just hope Michael B. Jordan, whoever he's playing, is an important role, and I hope that it's a fleshed out character, not just a one-off type of villain.
All right, Jake, what do you think about these castings?
No, I mean there are a number of cool characters that can possibly show up in this movie. I think White Wolf is a definite one that I think would be very cool to kind of go up against Black Panther in a way, and then
the Man-Ape.
Man-Ape's very cool.
How do you do that?
He's a very cool character, and they can make him seriously deadly, kind of like a Gorilla Grodd almost in a way.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't he wear a suit though? He's not an actual gorilla.
Yeah, well, there's actually incarnations of him actually being part.
Oh, really?
At one point, but
I think some type of suit would be similar to the Black Panther suit, but he'll be a lot bigger.
Yeah, and he has some kind of magic with him as well. And no, I mean there's so many cool characters that can possibly show up in this movie. I think Eric Killmonger is a good one too. Obviously, the image you pulled too is the one where he's beating Black Panther to hell.
The shit out of Black Panther. Yeah.
Zuri's a good one. I think W'Kabi is a great one. His military second in command. I think that one's a lock because we're going to see what the Wakandian army is like and how powerful they are and what kind of country they are and whatnot. And Nagasi is a cool one. I saw that you pull a little Danny Glover action in there, and there's so many possibilities. And I think that even if one of these are true, I think that one of these are going to be Michael B. Jordan. I don't know who it is. I'm with Jacob. I think it'd be really cool to see how a Caucasian character would be in this world or this country. Again, we've heard from multiple places that Black Panther is going to be heavy on African and African American actors and actresses.
Well, Kevin Feige said like 90% or something, right?
So
there's going to be other races in it.
Yeah, it's going to be very cool. And I think that we also have to keep in mind that more than likely we're going to see Andy Serkis's Claw. Because they set him up in Age of Ultron. I don't think they would throw him to the side. And he's probably going to be the main villain, but who's to say he's not working with a couple of these guys or whatever. And again, Black Panther, to me anyway, is very unknown. I don't know a ton about him. I haven't read a ton of his comic books. And that's for a lot of the community anyway. And so all these characters are brand new. They're all fresh. Very different, too, from anything we've seen in the Marvel Universe. Just because Black Panther and his world of Wakanda is so different. It's so vast and something we haven't seen, and so technology advanced, and it's going to be some very cool stuff in there. To see some of these characters in there would be really cool. So.
Yeah, I'll leave a link in the bio for you guys to check out the casting list that I wrote up. I summarized every character, so take a time when you have some and look over it. I'm really interested in the idea of Michael B. Jordan as White Wolf, only because the White Wolf, it sounds like a very, very important character and one that could stick around.
So they'd be changing the race of the character.
For
that's
Michael
what
B.
you're
Jordan,
saying.
once
Yeah.
again.
No, I'm cool. I'm totally fine with that.
I'm saying this twice now.
No, but I'm fine with that.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with that. I just think that the different race would be interesting, but that would be really cool as well.
And he could be a reoccurring character, kind of like Loki. You know how Loki resents Thor?
That's what I want Michael B. Jordan's character to be like.
Mm-hmm. Well, and I think that, not only with Michael B. Jordan, but I think that after Civil War and this character can kind of almost operate as an Iron Man type character where he's the central part of the MCU in the future. Because Robert Downey Jr. is not going to be there forever and whatnot, and they're starting to kind of there's a change,
especially in the sense where Tony Stark pays for everything and he financially supports and brings technology to the Avengers. Yeah. So which character can fit that role perfectly?
Yeah, and I think that in the comics they have the Marvel Illuminati, which is
the most rich
the most rich and
smartest,
most intelligent characters in the Marvel universe.
Strange,
Doctor Strange, Iron Man, Captain Marvel,
T'Challa,
Black Panther's in there, and he's considered
and
one
Mr.
of the
Fantastic
top.
is in there too, but obviously they can't use him unless they get the rights.
I think that Black Panther, he's being set up to be this guy in the Marvel for years to come, and I think Chadwick Boseman has the chops to do that.
Definitely.
And it's going to be a changing of the tide here pretty soon, and we saw that in Civil War, and it's very exciting stuff because with that post-credit scene in Civil War, like just from seeing that 30 seconds or whatever, you get so excited because it's so different from anything we've seen.
The more I watch that movie, I've seen it 4 times now. I just watched it last week or earlier this week on Tuesday. Like, as far as a character that's in it for a majority of the film, like Spider-Man was my favorite, but he's in it for such a small part. But as far as the main characters, T'Challa is the best part of that movie, man. He's so badass, and it has a lot to do with Chadwick Boseman's performance.
What he brought to that character is just unreal.
Just the accent is so good.
Yeah, it's so good.
All right, well, let's move on to another rumor. This one's pretty exciting. So Batman's role in Suicide Squad will focus on 3 villains. Rumor has it Batman will appear in 3 scenes interacting with 3 villains. The first interaction will be with Deadshot, Will Smith, in a scene that's being described as emotional. Second, there's a car chase sequence that involves Joker and Harley Quinn. No confirmation on exactly when this takes place, but it'll be the only interaction Batman has with Joker in the movie. And then lastly, there'll be one more flashback scene between Deadshot and Batman. So, taking these rumors into consideration, was this what you guys expected Batman would be appearing? Were you hoping he'd be interacting with different villains, or what's up?
Well, we've known for quite a while because those set images came out that Batman's going to be on top of Joker's car.
Well, it's in one of the trailers.
It's in the second trailer, and I was just going to say that, or the third trailer actually.
One of them. Yeah.
We see that Batman is carrying Harley Quinn to his Batmobile, and I think that whole chase scene, he's going to be on top of the car. Their car is going to crash in the river, and he's going to save Harley Quinn, and Joker's going to be lost or something like that. And I think this is how it should go because obviously, out of all the characters, Joker's the one you want to see them have a history with. And for the Deadshot stuff, that stuff sounds exciting.
He's a good character.
The emotional stuff that they kind of reference to
see Will Smith and Ben Affleck
that's
go
just
at it.
Really cool. And there were rumors as well that said that the Batman solo movie could feature a team up between Deadshot and Batman. It seems like yes, it's Batman and Joker, and always has been Batman and Joker, but they could be setting up a thing where the most history behind Batman is Batman and Deadshot.
Well, I think it'll be a situation where he knows Deadshot is a bad guy, but they can work together. similar to the Flash TV show with
Captain
Flash
Cold
and Leonard Snart.
Yeah, that would be really cool.
That's the type of relationship they're going to have.
That'd be really cool, and to see Will Smith and Ben Affleck do that together would be awesome. I'm very excited to see this happen. I think that we won't get a ton of Batman, but I think it'll be quick shots of giving us a little bit more history on the Ben Affleck Batman. I'm very interested in the flashback stuff as well. But yeah, I mean that trailer where he's carrying Harley Quinn kind of it all points towards this, and so yeah, I'm definitely it's pretty cool.
So I don't know if you guys remember, but I've been saying this for months that Batman's role in Suicide Squad is him locking up a lot of the members of the Suicide Squad. I don't know if you guys remember, but I said this about 4 or 5 months ago, and I thought maybe he locked up most of them, but if it's just 3 of them, that's pretty cool because it makes sense to me if they're in Arkham Asylum and it's in Gotham, right? So who more than likely is going to put all those villains there? It's going to be Batman. And even if they don't show all of them, I'm pretty sure most of them are there due to Batman. But obviously, I don't want this movie to focus too much on Batman. It's about the squad. But I'm really excited to see that Will Smith and Ben Affleck scene. And we knew we were going to get on top of the car with the Joker and Harley Quinn. And then I'm curious, he probably locks up Killer Croc or something. That scene will probably have him fighting Killer Croc, which would be freaking awesome. Yeah. So yeah, I've been saying this for a while now, and this sounds like it's going to be more likely, so I'm totally in for this. I can't freaking wait for this movie, not just because of the Batman stuff, just for the whole movie overall.
Yeah, all right, Suicide Squad is an ensemble, but the 3 biggest characters are Deadshot, Margot Robbie, and Joker. If not for the characters, for the actors, okay? You don't get these guys and use them sparingly, okay? You put them on there and let them do their thing, well, at least in my opinion. If I wanted Batman to interact with any characters, I want it to be with these 3. And I don't know if you guys have seen Arkham Assault on Arkham. No?
Animated film?
Yeah.
I haven't seen it.
Well, check it out. It's pretty good.
Did you watch it?
Yes. So yeah, really looking forward to it. Love it. And I like that it'll be just 3 scenes. I don't want too much Batman. Okay, like this is a movie about villains, and so I don't know. We'll see. I don't know.
How far? So talking flashbacks, how far back do you think they're gonna go? Like possibly like 10 years, 5 years?
No more than a decade.
Okay.
I think it'll be spread out. I think it'll be like 10 years ago he locked up the Joker and Harley Quinn, and then 8 years ago he locked up Deadshot, and then 5 years ago he locked up Killer Croc.
Do you think we'll see
something like that?
Do you think we'll see Bruce Wayne, or do you think we're only going to see Batman?
I think we'll see Bruce Wayne.
Okay.
And Batman.
Gio?
I think we'll see Bruce Wayne. There was a set photo of Ben Affleck in a really nice suit walking on the set of.
Maybe he just wants to be dashing while on set.
Oh, maybe.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah.
Want to look nice for Margot Robbie.
Okay, so we're going to end this with a kind of a rundown of X-Men Apocalypse. I gathered rumors from around the web, and we're going to go through them real quick and give our quick initial thoughts on these rumors. Did they turn out true? Weren't they not true? It's going to be spoilers, so if you haven't seen X-Men Apocalypse, stop listening and go watch the movie. Now, because Jake is here and he hasn't seen X-Men Apocalypse, I took out a couple rumors, a couple ones that he cared about, but for the most part, the ones that we're going to go through, I mean, duh, like either they did happen or they didn't happen. You won't be surprised once you find out. So, Jacob, are you ready? We're going to go through these rumors.
I feel bad talking about it in front of Jake, but sure.
Watch. No, watch. It's when that. Watch.
You're good.
Watch.
Right.
Watch this first one.
You guys talked about it. I haven't yet.
Watch this first one. Okay.
Yeah.
Wolverine appears.
I'm so upset that it didn't happen. No, I'm just kidding. Well, obviously, it's at the end of the 3rd trailer. We see his claws. Mm-hmm. And we knew that's not all it was going to be. So, yeah, I mean, he's in the movie. That's all I'll say.
Okay, I'll ask this then, since I haven't seen it. Is it more than the capacity of First Class?
Yes.
Yes.
Is it a full scene?
No.
Okay.
I would say it is.
Okay.
I think it is a full scene.
I would say.
So, but it still is quick though.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm just wondering. Okay.
Okay. X-Men Apocalypse fixes the continuity timeline errors. No.
No.
There's still more?
Hell no. It adds.
It doesn't make it worse.
I think it adds.
No, not at all. I don't
think
think
it
it.
These movies,
But-
these movies have been so good, but that flipping timeline.
I don't think it
crap,
makes it
man.
worse, but it doesn't. It doesn't solve anything.
Okay.
Okay. We get the definitive versions of fan favorite characters.
Cyclops, Jean Grey, and Storm. Is that what you're talking about?
Yes.
Okay.
And yes.
I don't think there's. You can't address this because it's left up to interpretation. It's how
Your opinion.
what you think the characters are supposed to be. So that can be anyone's perspective.
Well, okay, then asking you, are these the characters you wanted to see?
Okay, so from the I'm not gonna pretend like I read X-Men comics, but just the cartoon series and everything. I saw they're adults in those movies. They're in that cartoon show. They're late 20s, early 30s, maybe even mid 30s. We got 18, 19-year-olds, so I've never seen 18, 19-year-old Cyclops, Jean Grey, and Storm. So I can't really say, but all I'm gonna say on my opinion, I was very satisfied with them.
Okay. Gio?
I wanted to see more.
Of all of them or a specific character?
Of all of them.
Okay. Is that because they were so good you wanted more?
Yeah, and if you think about the character looks from the cartoons and from the video game.
They look freaking
looks are
great.
there.
They look amazing, but we see that in the trailers. But
Like, thank you, Bryan Singer.
yeah,
Okay, we get familiar faces from the original trilogy in this movie. Basically, people from the original trilogy show up in this movie. And I will say no. No, we don't. Okay, because this movie is trying to reboot, is trying to introduce newer versions of these characters. There is no room for Halle Berry, Vancouver Jameson, James Marsden. Maybe in the Old Man Logan, the Wolverine 3 movie, but I'm glad they did.
Well,
Because it's kind of sad because I kind of wanted those guys to face Apocalypse in the movie, you know.
yeah, because that's the big bad. Like, how
And
do you
I've
go
been
bigger than Apocalypse
and I've
in
been
a way?
waiting, and I bet you the cast has been waiting themselves. They're like, damn, when are we gonna get Apocalypse? We can face Stryker again, damn it. You know, so
I mean, you technically do get one character from the original trilogy.
Wolverine?
Yeah, but
He doesn't face Apocalypse, though.
no. I mean, I don't know, but
Yo, you just... Whatever.
anyways, yeah. I mean, I didn't expect them to be in this movie.
all right, well, we'll get a non-MCU Scarlet Witch. No, we didn't, and I think this is good. I mean, Fox is killing it with Quicksilver.
Well, here's the thing.
Marvel's
So
killing
this is
it
kind of...
with
I was thinking about this.
Scarlet
Like, I was
Witch.
really thinking about this. And what if... Like, I'm not saying it happened, but what if Marvel and Fox made some kind of deal? You keep Quicksilver going, we'll keep Scarlet Witch going.
I think that's kind of what. I mean, I think it's an unspoken agreement.
Yeah,
because
I think so too.
Quicksilver. If you haven't seen Age of Ultron, spoiler, but Quicksilver dies in Age of Ultron.
Yes.
And they have not introduced
Scarlet Witch
in
and Fox.
X-Men, so they have the rights. They each have the rights to both characters, but I think they kind of
It's an
unspoken
unspoken
mutual
bond. Yeah,
agreement.
yeah.
You guys get Quicksilver. He's working very well for you. In my opinion, Scarlet Witch is working great
Yeah,
in the
fantastic.
MCU, so they can continue with these characters and not have the same characters in each universe.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think so.
Last one, Channing Tatum's Gambit will make a cameo. I was really hoping.
I thought it would be a good testing ground to see how fans would feel about him as Gambit, and I think they should have done it, but
I think they should.
I'm cool that they didn't. Also,
Yeah, I mean, so that means we won't see him until,
the Gambit movie,
or
if
maybe,
it comes.
maybe Deadpool 2. Oh man, damn, that's a while. All right, well that'll do it for Rumor Central. Thanks for listening in, guys. And Jacob, why don't you tell them where they can find you online?
You can find me on Twitter at @JacobBartley_, on Instagram at @JacobRyanBartley, and on this YouTube channel. Please subscribe, hit that like button, and comment on any of the topics that we talked about today. We really want to hear your thoughts, and I will respond and get back at you.
Jake?
Twitter, Instagram at Qui-Gon Jake, apocalypsemovies.com every day. Check out the Padawan podcast and make them watch it.
And I'm Gio. You can find me on Twitter at GioRamos24 and apocalypsemovies.com every day. You guys have a good one.